If you're looking to design your first coaching program, and you're definitely in the right place. I've worked with hundreds of clients, hundreds of coaches over the last 8 years, helping them create their first, not only their first, second, third, and lots of their coaching programs, including group programs. You're in good hands. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact process and also the reasoning behind what should go in your first coaching packages. Because, spoiler alert, you don't just need one, but you certainly don't need 7 or 10. I've seen both extremes, and I'm going to guide you through the reason why and how to actually do it. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Stephanie Fiteni. I am Stephanie Fiteni, a marketing coach and online business mentor for coaches. I help coaches build their online businesses right from scratch. Usually, they're just doing their ICF or any other coaching qualification. They're doing their coaching hours, and I help them build their business from the ground up. And today, I'm going to help you create your first coaching package. So, just like I mentioned a second ago, a lot of people tend to go a little bit overboard. They either have no ideas and just create the one package, or even worse, the 1 hour coaching package, not package really. Or they create too many where they have one for every different kind of client that they're working with. So you're probably wondering, what is the magic number? The magic number is usually 2 or 3, depending on your business. One definite common word of warning that I give to all of my clients is, if possible, if at all possible, avoid having your 1 hour sessions. The 1 hour session is not a package. What it does is it actually steals money from you, because people who don't know you, or people who know that maybe you're not so confident in your coaching yet because you're still new, they're not going to risk buying a package. They are instead always going to go for the lowest risk thing that you offer them, which is going to be your 1 hour session. So technically, when you have a 1 hour session in your business, you are stealing from yourself. There are some very few exceptions. For instance, you could be a career coach and you offer a 1 hour $99 package to help people with their LinkedIn profile, but then use that actual session to help them understand how you can help them, and you upsell them into your bigger programs. So I know I'm contradicting myself, but it's an important distinction. If you have a 1 hour session that is clearly going to help educate your audience and take them into the next tier of your offer, so take them into your bigger coaching program, your 6 or 12 week coaching program, then that's a good move. But in most cases, what happens with coaches is that in that hour, you cannot actually give enough value. In that hour, what you're doing is you're basically making the client think that they have a solution, that they can go away and, things are going to be better. So it's not better for them, because they might have gotten a few tips, but they aren't going to get much done with that. And also, you are kind of rigging your own reputation, because people are not going to get results in that 1 hour. You need more time to give results. So if you fall into that bracket where you need more time to give results, do not offer that 1 hour package, because that is going to rig your reputation and it's going to rig your success. It's better to put in the effort to really show what kind of value you can give in a bigger package, and sort of put in the effort in learning how to sell, and learning how to package your program, and learning how to really work with your messaging and your sales copy. It's much better to work on that. But then when you sell, you're at least selling a program that is going to help you build your business, because it's going to help you get results. Getting results is going to help you get testimonials, which is going to help you make future sales easier. So if you have that 1 hour coaching session that's going to keep you stuck, because you're not going to have testimonials, you're not going to get great results, and unfortunately, you might have been a great coach, but that 1 hour coaching session is going to keep you stuck in a place that's going to make you give up, because you're going to think there's no money in this. So be warned. I have seen this happen many, many times. And if you are offering that 1 hour coaching package, think about it again, and let's design your first proper coaching package today. So when you're starting out, you want to ideally have two coaching packages. You always want to have the ideal coaching package. So if you had to get a client who has no money issues and no time issues, what package would you offer them to make sure they really get the biggest possible outcome from working with you? That needs to be usually your 3-month package or your 6-month package. Then you want, since you're just beginning, you also want your entry level package. So you want to have a package that is 4 to 6 sessions, maybe 8, depending on how quickly you can get people results. And you want to make sure that this package is going to give them a very good taster of what it's like to work with you and also their first strong results. You should never design a package that is too short to get clients' results. That is absolutely not going to help you, and it's not going to help your clients. Okay, so in reality, your first coaching package is going to be this 4, 6, or 8-week package. It helps to have two because there is something in sales psychology that we call price anchoring. And of course, your longer program, which is 6 or 3 months usually, is going to have a much higher price, which is going to help then make your regular 4 to 6-week program look much cheaper and therefore a less risky option for someone who doesn't really know you yet. Especially with online businesses, remember, people are going to pay you in advance. So there is an element of risk, which is always borne by the client. Of course, you can give them, price money back guarantees and things like that to really help you with that. However, we all know that the risk, they are aware of it because they are carrying most of it. So always try to make it as palatable as possible. So the first thing that you need to think about is the struggle and the outcome. So you need to think every package that you design has to have a very clear outcome, and it has to be something that your ideal clients really want. Now, the shorter package doesn't necessarily have to give them the whole shebang, but it does need to focus ideally on their strongest pain point. So what is the strongest pain point? The one that they're willing to throw money at. And then you need to design it in a way that they can completely understand the journey. So let's take a look at what might be in this coaching package. So especially if you have an online business, a lot of people today see people face to face and also online. The most important thing is people are going to see value in your coaching package through what you offer. So the first thing, everybody wants to know the logistics, the features. So you got to tell them how many sessions, what resources you're going to be giving them, if there's any homework in between sessions, if there's any support in between sessions. Think about it. Do you want to email your clients? Do you want them to message you? What level of support are you giving them? And also think, since it's your first coaching package and you really need to get people in and you really need to get them results, always think, what can I do to make sure that these people get the results that I'm helping them with so that I can get a great testimonial to win my next client? So always think in the beginning when you're designing anything in your business, in reality, in the first year, you are working for testimonials. Because once you have those, your life is going to be so much easier, no matter which way you look at it. It's just going to be so much easier to do everything in your business because, of course, selling and getting people on board and getting partnerships and it's all going to hinge on these testimonials. So always think of it like this. So what is a good price for me to be able to get clients, but not feel like I'm being shortchanged and like they're stealing my time? How much support can I give them to make sure that they reach their goals? Even if in the future, maybe you have to compromise the support a little bit, it's perfectly fine. Maybe you need to reduce it, or maybe you need to have office hours instead of having them message you all the time in the future. But in the beginning, you got to go all in because those results are absolutely the most important thing you're working for. You also want to make sure that you're going to, in the first 6 to 8 weeks, maybe 4 for some people, you are hitting that one big goal, that one big milestone. So, and also generally what tends to happen is that your 3 to 6 month package, no matter what timing you choose, is actually going to be sort of the 6-week package is going to be part of the 3-month package. So the first 6 weeks in reality are going to give you, in a way, half the results of the bigger package. So what you can do in this case, and it really helps people who are undecided, you can have this one package. You can tell them, listen, if people are undecided, they feel like they might need the bigger package, but they can't really afford it, or they're not sure because ultimately they've never worked with you before. One of the things you can do is you can say, listen, let's start off with the 8-week package. If you're happy with that, you can cancel anytime and get reimbursed for the sessions that we didn't do. So anything they pay for that they don't use, I would suggest that you reimburse them for. That's how I work. I find that it's fair for me because I didn't take my time, and it's fair for them because they reserve the right to change their mind. And this makes them also feel much safer when they're buying. So they know that they can cancel anytime, but also they know that if they enjoy the program and they want to go to the 3-month package or the 6-month package, you will actually help them upgrade instead of buying the other package again, because of course that would cost them a lot more. So very important sort of to give them these little options. So that's basically your first one-to-one coaching package. Your first one-to-one coaching package has got to be the entry level. It's got to be small enough to be affordable, and it's got to be long enough to get results. Now, if you want to make it even more affordable, you can actually have a payment plan. So if you have an 8-week plan, that's great. You can take a deposit when they book, and then take another payment every 4 weeks. And one very important point is to keep in mind that your first entry point coaching package needs to be for people who are ready to start the journey of transforming, not necessarily people who are willing to go sort of for the whole hog and absolutely, spend a lot of money on it, but at least for the ones who are ready to embark on that journey of transformation. So try not to overcomplicate it. Make it very simple to understand. Make it easy to start with as well. Make it as easy to buy as possible, and make it feel like they're going to hit this first milestone quite easily. And then if they want to climb the mountain, then there's your 6-month package. Then there's your 3-month package or your 4-month package. So I hope this helps you. It is a little bit difficult, of course, to speak to all kinds of coaches because, of course, I've worked with all kinds of different kinds of coaches, and a divorce coach needs different packages than an executive coach, than a life coach. There are lots of different kinds of life coaches. What you do makes a big difference, how you offer it, how people see value. And again, coming to value, that is the most important thing. You can sell a package, because this is something I come across so much. You can sell any package to someone who has the pain point that it resolves. What matters is that you build a package and talk about that package in a way that really conveys the value. So most of the time, people who are not buying a package, it's not that they're not buying it because the price is too high. They're not buying it because their perception of the value inside that package is not high enough. So very often I come across people who say, oh, I had a discovery call with this person and they told me that my $600 package was too expensive. And then they bought a $2,000 package from someone else. And usually the problem there is very simple. You are not conveying the value of your package correctly on your discovery calls. But that is probably a discussion for another time. I wish you best of luck in designing your first one-to-one package. If you want more information, there's actually a link to a detailed blog post under this video. If you would like to get my help, you can book your free consultation/discovery call. There's also a link under this video. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and like the video so that you can get more of this and we can actually see each other again. Thank you so much for now. See you in the next video.